Okay, I'm gonna make this short video while I'm here at work doing my rounds. There are light snow flurries in the air. How can there be snow flurries in the air when it's this cold outside? When I left the house, it was 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wind chill factor was already 20 below zero. How in the name of hell can it snow when the weather is that cold? Maybe it's just blowing off a rooftop or something. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind a little bit recently. I had a conversation with another guy who has gone through something similar to this as well. I decided I was going to make a video about it. I live in the city of Chicago. No surprise there. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that. And I've been dating interracially for more than half my life. Now, I understand that's a hot button subject for a few people. If you're against it, you're against it. If you're for it, you're for it. Personally, I believe that if you like somebody, you like them because. And if you love somebody, you should love them regardless of what their color of their skin is, or their nationality, or their religion, or their creed, you know? Love, like they say, knows no color. I'm a big believer in that, always have been, always will be. But back on topic here. Sorry, my mouth is kind of frozen, like I said. When I left the house, it was already 25 below zero. What I wanted to talk about is, if you're a black man and you live in the city of Chicago, and I'm sure there's quite a few that can attest to this, whatever nationality, whatever race you prefer, whether white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, Arab, or even the rare Native American girl, if you date outside your race and you're a black man in the city of Chicago, if you have you somebody, chances are you did not meet that person in the city of Chicago. And when you stop and think about the greater Chicagoland area, we're talking about pretty much all of Cook County. So we're talking about in excess of 5 million people. And you would think that out of 5 million people in the greater Chicagoland area, there would be at least once or twice in your lifetime that you would have met somebody in the city of Chicago who dates black, or a woman who dates black men. You know, it doesn't matter what her race is. She could be white, she could be Hispanic, she could be, like I say, Indian, Arabic, Native American, Asian. You would think that in all the years that I've been dating interracially, and like I say, other black guys can attest to this as well, at some point you would have met somebody in your own city who you could date, a woman that you could date. You see the reverse all the time. You see white guys with black women all over the city of Chicago. I see it, I have a smile on my face. You know, when I see it, I give the guy a thumbs up. I say that because my brother-in-law, my sister, married her a white guy. They've been together for 15 years now. The twins are 13, they'll be 14 this year. They'll be starting high school. You see the opposite quite often. But you rarely, if ever, see a black guy with a white girl and they met in the city of Chicago. That doesn't happen. And I have some ideas as to why. I mean, I've made another video. That's not here. Don't worry about it. Where I talk about how segregated the city of Chicago is. I mean, we're broke up into neighborhoods. You know, and it's very easy to go from a black neighborhood to a white neighborhood, you know, to a Hispanic neighborhood, to an Asian neighborhood, back to a black neighborhood, and you rarely, if ever, see any crossover between the races. You rarely see black people living in the white neighborhood. You rarely see white people living in the Asian neighborhood. You rarely see, and so on and so forth, you know? You don't see that very often. Maybe that's part of the problem. I'm thinking it has to be. But there has to be women in the city of Chicago who date outside their race. And like I said, I've been dating interracially for more than half my life. And I have yet to meet anybody in the city of Chicago, any woman in the city of Chicago, to date. I mean, finding a black woman has never been a problem. When I was younger, all I had was black girlfriends until I got into high school, or should I say my senior year of high school. I dated nothing but black girls. That was no problem to find. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go check this out. I'll finish this up later.